Have you ever sat in silence and wondered, did God forget about me? You're doing your part, you're healing, you're praying, you're trusting, but the door isn't opening, the door isn't arriving, and it feels like your cries are echoing into an empty sky. I know that feeling, that sacred discomfort when nothing makes sense and God feels quiet. But here's what I need you to remember. Silence isn't abandonment. Delay isn't denial. And stillness doesn't mean that you've been forgotten. This is part of the process, and you're not alone in it. Sometimes it feels like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck in limbo. They're getting the answers, the breakthroughs, the signs, the opportunities, and you are here still showing up, still faithful, still wanting, still waiting. It can make you question everything. Did I miss something? Is God upset with me? Am I not chosen? But what if the delay, in fact, actually isn't even the punishment, but is actually the protection? What if God is not making you wait because you're behind, but because you're being prepared? Seeds don't bloom the day that they're planted, and spiritual growth rarely comes with a crowd. Most of your transformation is happening underground, in the places no one sees, in the prayers no one hears but God. You're not being overlooked. You're being rewired. The pain that you feel is not evidence of being forgotten. It's a sign of being reshaped. God isn't punishing you. He's refining you. You've probably heard it before. Delay is not denial, but here's the deeper truth. Delay is preparation. If God gave you what you were praying for right now, you might not have the emotional, spiritual, or energetic maturity to hold it, but most importantly, you will not feel like you need God, like you can't lean on God. God wants you to lean on God. The delay is God's way of protecting your future from your present fear. Because when you grow through it, not just go through it, you become strong enough to sustain the blessing for eternity. The version of you that begged for the promise is not always the version of you that will receive it. So don't waste this season trying to skip the process. Let it build you. Let it deepen you. Let it shape your character. That is what it's here for. One of the hardest parts of spiritual growth is when God goes quiet. The prayers feel unanswered. The path feels unclear. The signs feel absent. But listen. Teachers are always quiet during the test. The silence of God isn't neglect, it's trust. God trusts you enough to sit in it, to wrestle with it, to grow through it without always having to hear God's voice out loud. And the more you trust without proof, the more your faith becomes real. Faith isn't trusting when it makes sense, it's trusting when it doesn't. This season, it's not forever. It's not wasted. It's definitely not a sign that you're forgotten. This is sacred ground. You are being watered. You're being fortified. You're being rooted in something deeper than the surface level. You're not being left behind. You're being held. Even now, in hands you can't see. So today, I just want to remind you, God didn't forget you. God is not late. God is not distant. Patient, loving, intentional, all-knowing is what God is. And sometimes that means God slows you down. So don't miss what's meant for you. This is part of the process. And you are enough exactly as you are now. God bless.